And hello fellow Taker Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we have a guest replay. Yes, boys and girls, we got a replay sent in to us from Hameed 1919. He's a PS4 player, and I thought it would be nice follow-up to the last video that I made to show you guys that PS4 players are no slouches. They know what they're doing, and this game is going to be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, hold on, and yeah, this game is gonna come down to the last few minutes, 1v1 finish. So yeah, quite exciting, to be honest. So thanks Hameed for sending this replay to me. I thought it was excellent, and yeah, it's worth sharing on my channel, so I decided to commentate to it. Now, you guys never seen WOT.705A on my channel. I don't know how many games I played in this tank, maybe 10, maybe 15, I don't know exactly, but I hate it. I hate it, so Hameed's gonna show me how to play this tank at the same time. Now, I've watched this replay once, so this is gonna be second time me watching it, and yeah, I'm gonna try to commentate live to this as well as we can. But yeah, what's wrong with WOT.705A? Well, the biggest thing for me is the gun. Okay, the armor is absolutely fantastic on this tank. First shot bounces. The armor is fantastic. If you side scrape in this tank, you're gonna bounce a lot of shells. If you play hold down like he does over here, you're gonna bounce a lot of shells as well. But that gun, what's the problem? Well, I don't know how that went in, to be honest, with standard shell. That's crazy. I can't put shots like that in when I played in this tank, so I don't know how he's doing it. Anyway, he's coming to the right location. Like, this is the right location for this tank, because you can pretty much put it hold down and, you know, and shoot down the opposition right here, because with your turret armor, no one will be able to pen you unless it's a Death Star with hash. It will be able to splash you, but other than that, people are gonna have extremely hard time penning you. Now that Oho, I think he was firing heat, not heat, sorry, HE. So yeah, you will be able to splash with HE. So he's gonna have to pay attention, because there is also a shit barn over there, and you know, shit barn can splash him as well at the same time. Now, going back again to the ammunition on this tank and accuracy. Accuracy, first of all, is not the best, and he's gonna be putting shells in this game just by snapping, which I couldn't do in 705. So some of these shots, definitely the RNG was on his side in this game, although the distance he's shooting from is not really that far. Like this shot, he fully aimed, so that was actually a good shot in the side of the O-hole. But again, he's firing at tier 8, right? Good luck firing at tier 10s with this tank, and that's where the problem lies, especially heavy tanks, right? So yeah, the issue is the penetration. I think the stock pen is like in 240s, 246 or something of that nature on AP rounds, and if you switch to heat, you're at 317 or something of that nature. And the problem with 317 is that you're gonna have a tough time going through E100's turret in a cheek. You're gonna occasionally bounce because of the RNG rolls, and that is the problem. Now, E100, for instance, has penetration of 334 on heat, so that extra bit of penetration is so much better at tier 10. So just looking at these two tanks, I would prefer playing E100 over 705A anytime, because for me, if I don't pen shots, if I'm just a pinata, it's not a game for me. It's not my game style. I like to penetrate shots when I shoot, right? So that is the problem. So I've seen some players like that snapshot on this guy. I don't know how that goes in. If I did that, it would never go in. So yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, so that is the problem. So I would prefer playing E100 probably 8 out of 10 times, right? Instead of this tank. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I'm probably gonna sell it, but I'm gonna give it a go one more time. This is the tank that I have worse stats in. Anyway, he's pushing around the corner like he should. He's the top tier. He is very well armored vehicle, and the opposition he's facing is not completely armored. Like, they don't have crazy good armor like this shit barn. You can easily pen it with standard rounds pretty much anywhere, right? So that's what he's doing. He's using his armor, and he's gonna push the cause. Now, as you can see, the game is really, really close, and the final stages will be a little bit difficult. So he's gonna try to come around here, but if I was him, I would push. Yeah, that's right. Push, tuck in between those two hills. It's probably a better position, because if you stay up in the open like that, you don't know if there's anybody left over at the spawn position, because sometimes you never know. Players are unpredictable. Someone might be sitting there in a tank destroyer. There's still one tank destroyer left in the game, so I don't know at this point what it is. Something is outspotting him here. So he's trying to aim a tree or a bush, and he fired blindly into that bush, expecting someone to be there. But yeah, someone is outspotting him, definitely, and this tank doesn't have very good view range, so he's gonna have to keep that in mind. So he's not overcommitting, so that's the right play. So he's gonna back into this position, and he's gonna go back and try to help his TD. And what's his TD? T28. So I don't think he's gonna last much longer against this STB1, and he does not. STB1 takes him out of the game. Now, it's kind of a dangerous situation, because looks like what's left on his team is a couple of heavy tanks and a TD. And I don't know what the TD, I think it's T95. So a couple of very slow tanks. And his heavy tank made his way all the way up to J3 and got separated. So that's a bad idea. They probably should have been sticking together in this situation. And Artie's still in place, so you never know. Artie can hit you here and splash you. So he's going against this STB1. It's going to be a tough task. Wow. I don't know how that shot goes in, and Artie misses him. Wow. So yeah, RNG is definitely a little bit on his side there, because shot like that with Object.705, I don't know, man. Like, I had a good crew in my tank, and I couldn't hit shots like that. So I don't know, maybe Hameed can share his setup as well as his crew skills in the comment section, so that we can understand how he's running this tank. But those shots are going in like crazy, so I would like to know what his setup is. Anyway, he's doing the right thing. He's going to try to push the STB1, but looks like STB1's playing it smart. He doesn't want any part of it. He's a one-shot anyway to Hameed, so yeah, his best thing to do is run off, engage other tanks, maybe lower health tanks that you can take him out of the game. But all of a sudden this AMX shows up, so easy shot for him right there. He takes him out of the game. And he was presenting the entire site to Hameed, so that was an easy shot for him to take. So luckily, it looks like the opposing artillery is gone. Looks like someone, I didn't pay attention, sorry guys, but I think it was the other heavy tank that was like balls deep down there, took care of the artillery, which is quite important. So Hameed's gonna have shot at this Conqueror, or was that a Super Conqueror? That was a Conqueror. So he takes out that Conqueror because Conqueror was paying attention to T95. Again, narrow shot that goes in, right? Now he's gonna help out this T95. His T95 is on a sliver, so he's gonna come up here and try to help him. And what he should be doing is taking hits for him right now. T95 should be backing up, because you never know. You never know. The opposing player may know how to play, and he might be able to pen you. So, yeah. He does the right thing. He goes in front of T95 to take hits for him. But again, STB1 is gone. He's playing it smart. He's playing it right. So one thing missing in this equation is the opposition's tank destroyer. Now, I don't know what that TD is and where it is. It wasn't spotted for the longest time. It cannot be up on a one line, because the heavy tank, the friendly heavy tank that went there, didn't spot him. So he must be either on in the middle of the map, or the opposite or north side of the map at this point in time. That's a bit of a dangerous hike on this side, because if TD showed up in the middle of a sudden, it would have shots at him, in the back of him. I would probably rather take the route up the one line. It would be probably safer, but he gets away with that. So Again, you don't know where the opposition is. And maybe he was suspecting that the RD is up north, so he thought it was a safe play. And maybe it was a safe play. Anyway, that STB1 is still focusing him. And he's doing the right thing. He tries to come and approach from different angles to see if he can catch any of these guys with their backs towards him. Especially the T95. If the STB1 can take out the T95, that'll be half of the success right there. So Hameed's gonna come up here. Again, he's expecting STB1 to come from this side, because that looks like a pattern, right? The guy was just running around, coming from a different side of the map. So he was expecting him to come and show up on this side right now. And he is spotted, and STB1 decided to run off. So maybe a good play, I'm not sure. He's trying to draw distance. I think that's what he's trying to do, because he's a one-shot and there's really hard position for him to take shots against these guys. That's why he decided to play at a distance a little bit. And I like what Hameed's doing. He's baiting him. He wants him to come out. He wants him to shoot him, because he still have enough HP to take that hit if he needed to. And now if STB1 fires, he will betray his position. So he's still waiting. He's being really patient. That's a virtue, guys. Patience in this game is a virtue. I find myself many times I'm impatient and I'm making mistakes because I'm impatient. There he takes a shot. Again, he plays it smart. He just pokes out and snap shoots. But STB1's gun is not that accurate, to be honest. It's very much hit and miss. So, and he has to hit his bottom plate too, while it's a little bit angled. I mean, STB1 could have loaded heat. Oh, he is firing heat, actually. And could be hitting him in upper plate. At this angle, he might be able to pen. But because he was just trying to snap shoot, I guess he was just missing his shots. Anyway, I think the greens are doing a good thing. T95 is watching one side. OBJ.705A is watching the other side. There's no point to push at this point in time. You're playing against a mobile TD and a mobile medium tanks. What are you gonna do? Chase them around the map? You can't really do that. So now he took a shot. He's gonna back off. It's just a cat and mouse game at this point in time. But all of a sudden, the TD shows up. So what Hameed's gonna do, he's gonna go in and engage him right now. And unfortunately, they're separated. Their heads are separated. So the TD takes out the T95, who was a one-shot. But STB1 is nowhere near now, which allows Hameed to come closer and hit this guy, take him out of the game. Luckily, he tracks him. It was a snapshot that tracks him. Oh my goodness. So he tracks him, and the guy doesn't have a repair kit. Now he repairs, but Hameed is able to take him out of the game, and it's a 1v1 situation. And he still can take a hit from STB1. Big mistake by STB1. He should have been right here supporting his TD when he was pushing in. So now where is the STB1? Is he going to come from this side? Probably not. Knowing his patterns, he's probably going to come from the other side, correct? So that's what Hameed is thinking. So he's going to look through the middle to see if he's crossing through here. Can't see him. Where is he? Or is he just going to decide to run off and play for keeps? Play for a draw. Well, there aren't any draws, but oh, there he is. He shows up right there, and he's trying to go around him, but unfortunately, it's not the case. It was a nice aim by Hameed. Third-person aim. I use it all the time. It works the best against light tanks, and he takes him out of the game. Luckily, it didn't miss. Anyway, let's take a look at the post-game stats and see how he did. So he managed to put up 6.5k damage with 1500 assisted damage, 7 tanks destroyed, mastery ace tanker for this game. He got his Devastator medal, he got his Top Gun medal with 18 penetrating hits, 7 kills. He finished on top of the team with 1742 base XP. Very nice base XP for this tank, and one heck of a game. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking. Space Bandit checking out.